Hello and welcome to another day in Minecraft 1.13 Survival. This is episode 14 and today we're going to look at all of the progress that we've made during the month or so that I've been offline and on vacations and just chilling in the New Year's time and stuff like that. So there's a lot going on here. So I replaced most of the mycelium with grass. I have some sand going on here to cover all of that side right there. I made changes to the main building here. Okay, so this is a very small area. I was planning on doing a small house to myself here to be able to sleep, and I'm just realizing that I need to really terraform this to make it bigger. But hey, you can see here that I've made some changes to the roof of the building. I've heard some guys in Reddit, criticizing the building in a good way. So one of the most important things that I did is just move the door to the center. I have no idea what I was thinking about when I did this to the side. Now it looks much better. But let's go quickly into survival and show you what I did inside. So not much. I mean, this is looking the same, but I've kind of like replicated the same thing both sides of the building right here, and I'm not sure if I was finished with the interiors. I guess I was. Okay, so these are the interiors of my building right there. So I put some lights on top. You've already seen that, and so yeah, we're ready to go on with this. So on the million things that I need to do about this, one of them is a stair, like probably right here going downwards. Something that I'm going to take care of at some point. But what I'm going to be focusing on today is to be building a small house for myself up in this little area right here. Now I have a model that I did on creative, and it's much bigger than the space that I have here, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to extend this. I already knew about that, so I was looking at the biomes around here, and this is all pretty much mushroom stuff. So I'm not going to have, this is mushroom field shore, that's ocean, so I can't go too much over there, but I can extend this, to the side a lot. This is all mushroom field shore, so I'm not going to have a problem with mobs. And yeah, I guess I'm going to start working on this immediately. Alright, so that's basically the frame of the building that I have. Now, I took some pictures of it. I'm going to probably show you right now. And as you can see, it's not so much bigger than I need. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I just need to extend, this peninsula a tiny little bit farther and, try to make it natural. So, it's kind of hard. You need to know how organic shapes work. But if you practice, the key with organics in Minecraft is practicing a lot and, watching a lot of other guys doing it. That's why I'm considering doing this for you right now in the video without editing. The thing is, we need a shape. I want to cover this up. I know that no mobs are going to spawn here, but just to keep this solid. So as you can see here, for example, we have a wall that has been created by the fact that I need to extend this sideways. So what I'm doing is just filling in, the shapes and trying to keep them with, curvy and organic and a little bit steep, like it's happening in the other side. Like this probably should work. But as with all things in Minecraft, you don't really know until you go, out and check it out what you did, because this is probably looking like a stair right now, and I need to like change the shape of it a little bit. But if I go backwards and I look at that doesn't look anymore like a fake stuff. Maybe here I need to extend this a little bit. So, extending the shapes. I'm gonna cover this up. So this is like so that's natural, so that's gonna stay like that, but I'm going to pull these things a little bit more together. Okay, so I have some sort of a shape. I'm gonna look at it from this side, and as you can see, it looks natural. It looks natural for Minecraft. I'm going to ease in the size of the two-way drop right here a little bit more, like 2, that's perfect. And then I have what I want. So I'm gonna continue with this and then get back to you in a second. Alright, so hopefully we have our shape here and it looks organic enough. So I'm gonna pile up this thing to just take a look at it. As you can see, it's a little bit more roundy. You know, in before there was more like a path going on until, you know, we reach a little bit of a bulge, but I still like it. It goes very steeply down over there because that's the lukewarm ocean right there. So I don't want to, you know, go into a different biome. So I've laid down the color palette here for you, and I'm loving the new texture. Like the wood is so 3D. So what we're going to use for this building is the dark oak wood, and then the gray terracota, brown terracota, stripped spruce logs, and then spruce planks. And then for the accents, we're going to use the acacia wood log with probably some pressure plates if I need to cover that orange stuff, and then just cobblestone for the accents of the ceiling. Now what we're missing here is some gray glass that I'm going to be using for the windows, and to top it off, maybe a spruce door, because no other, that's probably the best texture for the kind of atmosphere that I want to convey here. So I'm going to start working a little bit on the framing on the building and, you know, let you know how this is going. So first of all, let me replace all of this. This is where the door is going to be. So no need for that. But I think that I have, no, that's okay. I think it's 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So that's pretty much the layout, the base foundations for the building right now. And then I'm going to use some planks to lay down some of the walls here. Now this, I'm going to be retexturing them with all of the other blocks. So, and this is just going to be a wall right there. So it's not going to be just, you know, a long strip of dark oak. That's not what this is supposed to be. But, you know, at least I want to have the basic shape of what I'm working on here. And then this is a window, and then there's the door right here, which I need to start figuring out. I didn't do the flooring, but maybe spruce and some other type of texture is going to go for the floor. Or maybe, you know, some of the mushroom textures are really, really nice. But let me just cover all of these for now with some spruce. This might turn into walls later. Probably not this one, or maybe, yes, I don't know. That's something that I need to find out, you know, further along when I progress with this building. This building has a very claustrophobic feel to it, as you can see. There's a lot of, you know, log structure to it, and I like that thing, and it also has some rundown feel as well. You know, something that doesn't really feel new. So we're going to be replacing a lot of these things with other types of textures that give it that sort of feel. So that's a little bit of the shape, and it doesn't look right at this point. So this is just you know, a blueprint of what I'm supposed to do with the ceiling. The ceiling is going to go is going to be one of those that goes like 2 up with a cobblestone accent, and I need to find out how to make mossy cobblestone actually. Alright, so this is where we are now. So that's the height of the first floor ceiling, not 5 blocks, it was 4 blocks. Now I need to start, you know, creating the shape of the overhang right here, which is going to go 2 blocks away from the wall, because these are the columns. So, and that's gonna be a bit tricky, but I think I can do it pretty much by memory. So let's put a block here. So the accents are going to be cobblestone. And so there's a cobblestone block here, and then stair. Alright, so the first one goes up. So there's a stair, and then there's like one stair, and then there's another stair going forwards, and then it's okay. So that's a very complicated shape for a roof. I had completely forgotten that I was doing that. We can do this. We can deal with this. This is really important for me to tell you. You should do this in creative. Don't try and, you know, do this sort of complicated shapes in survival mode, because you are never going to make it. It's really hard to do it from here. Like I'm barely realizing what I have in front of my eyes, because the shape is really so complicated that it's not worth it to spend hours and hours going back and forth doing in survival. Do a creative build once you're happy with it. You know, remember what you did, the structure. Unfortunately, I did this many days ago, so I'm kind of like in a blank here. But, you know, it's coming along. And I just realized that this is all one block closer to that block. So, yeah, I need to start all over. All right, so that's what the front of the building looks like. We're missing the windows, and of course, you know, this should be much darker. We can see the sky, you know, behind the holes, but that shouldn't be the case. And we have some of the ceiling done there, the insides, and I've added these very important, you know, corner stairs in every one of the places where I go one step forward, so that it gives a better shape to the entire thing. And yeah, that's looking good. It's looking like a witch hut, you know, slightly run down but still functional stuff, and it has a very nice shape to the building, to the ceiling, I mean, as you can see right here, right there. And then it should go a little bit up and then a little bit down and then up again. And so what I'm gonna do now is just to finish the entirety of the shell, and I'm gonna start working on the second floor, which is a slightly taller floor. And once I have all of the structure, I'm going to be able to finish this ceiling the way I want it. And, you know, the last step will be probably the windows and then interiors, of course. All right, so as you can see, I have the framing of the building all completed along with part of the front ceiling. Now that's going to be easy for me to complete the ceiling and get it up to, yeah, a wall that sits right behind there. So maybe I will just do the framing for the wall and then, you know, complete the ceiling right there. And then, you know, the rest is pretty straightforward to do. It's a second floor, which is taller, and then another ceiling. I still need to figure out what type of ceiling I'm going to do on top of the second floor. I have something figured out on the creative wall, but I don't really like it. It's kind of like a Chinese style ceiling, but it doesn't really fit the style of the building. So I was having fun building that, but when I finished doing that, I realized that the style was way off. This is a pretty tall building. It's going to kind of rival that one as well. If I do one of the tall, you know, if I do the same thing that I done here, which I can, because I think it's almost the same width right there. It's going to be a pretty tall building, but that's probably what I'm going to end up with. Anyways, that's all I have time for this day, not the episode. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. I gotta go to the movies. I'm gonna go and watch Bohemian Rhapsody, which I don't really like. I don't really want to watch it. I think it's going to be a terrible movie, but some people told me it was actually good. So I'm going to give it a chance. But yeah, that's what I'm going to... Oh, I need to remove these things right here. I don't remember what I did there. I think I'm going to go to the building and check it out. I think just some dark oak wood slabs. That's what I did. Just, you know, because this orange is too vibrant for the style of building that I want to go with. So that's not... It's not going to work. But yeah, that's something going. I'm like 50% done with this, so I'm happy. All right, one little clip before I go. I added the mossy cobblestone to the ceiling, and that changes everything. It's so good looking. Like when you add some alternate textures to what you already have. Alas, I cannot do the mossy cobblestone stairs or slabs. I'm not sure if that's coming in 1.14, but that's looking quite much better than it was looking before. I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with how the textures are coming along. You know, this looks like run down. There's everything is falling apart, but it's still some place where a witch maybe or some hermit would live in. And yeah, the pun right there, no pun intended. But so yeah, that's amazing. That's what I want to accomplish with this building, and it's looking really great. And one last clip before I go. I've just added the mossy cobblestone to the palette that you can look right here. It turns out it's really easy to make. So I had some vines from where I went to the forest. So you just do like cobblestone and vines and you get the mossy cobblestone. I had completely forgotten how to do that. Alright, so there we have the structure of the building all completed with the upper ceiling right there. The upper roof, whatever you say that in English. I've missed some of my clips, unfortunately, because I had the wrong settings on OBS. So I'm gonna show you again what I did for the interiors. These are strip logs. This is birch, oak, and spruce logs that are stripped. And spruce is to give it a little bit of texture and to make them match with the carpet right here. There is glowstone underneath. I have a very nice looking bed right here and some chests. And then to the upper floor, we get, you know, a cozy little room right here where we can look out the window onto the coral reef right there. And that's my upper ceiling. Now I'm gonna show you real quick. Let me go down. That is the shape of the ceiling that I wanted to do. And now, as you can see, this ceiling right here it has a perfect shape, which doesn't correspond with the general rundown aspect of the building that I have going on right here. So the next thing that I need to do is chip away some of the blocks right here and kind of make the shape a little bit more irregular. But the first step of my building right here was that I needed to have a shape going on that I was happy with. So now that I have that, the next step is to make it more organic, and then on to the rest of the details that I have. I have some gaps here which I'm going to leave, but maybe I'm figuring like right here some stair blocks would be nice, and something going on in terms of detailing of the windows and size of the building. So yeah, we're gonna go onwards with that. Alright, so new day, new progress update, and as you can see, I just finished all of the detailing on the first floor of the building. I put some blue flowers right here, some azure flowers, because honestly I ran down of those cyan color flowers, and I figured I didn't want to go all the way to the swamp biome to get them. So white fits the color scheme anyways. I have some cobblestone walls here. I used the spruce trapdoors a lot because I love the texture. I had some stuff going right here, but also on the side of the walls where you could see a little hole, because I was using the stairs to represent the wood that is run down and it's missing a little bit. So I figure I can just close it up like there. If I don't like it, I can just put another one and just cover up the entire panel so that it's not just one single thing. Also, I have some detailing for the windows right here with the trapdoors as well. A little bit of shape, round shape over there with those slabs. Same thing here in the back. I got a column, going on here because I had one extra block. Some torches, unfortunately. If this were 1.14, which I think I'm going to update to soon, this house will be all covered in lamps, because those are looking so great, or whatever the name is for that. But yeah, all of the detailing is in place for the first floor. I also did kind of like an overhang chandelier in the front. But bad news. So I have to tell you that no matter how hard I try, the second floor doesn't really fit the style of the building. And one lesson to be learned from this is that you don't really need to marry your designs. I try with several shapes for the tower there to the second floor. I try with several styles for the roof right there. None of them are working. So I just figured out that I'm not going to continue with this idea. I want to do the best for the sake of the aesthetics of this world and this building in particular. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the L shape of this thing, remove the stairs, which is going to give me more space inside, and then just following along with the shape of the ceiling, like what I have right here. It's going to be a little bit sunk in the middle, and then going up high again at the other side, and then I'm going to figure out a smaller sort of ceiling for this little shape that I have right here. But that will give me the cozy thing. Alas, I'm not going to have that view over there, but then I don't know, I can build just a tower for that on another part of the island, or actually the peninsula, and that's going to be okay. So that's what I'm going to work on right now, and then yeah, you'll get another progress update from me. Now that looks like a proper house, and look how nice the sunset is over there. I think it's over there, right? Yeah, that's the moon. That looks like a proper house. I mean, I'm still working on the interiors. I'm planning to do some decorations here on the walls, maybe to give a little bit of shape to the windows, but that is how the ceiling is looking from the inside. Let me just go to bed. And so here's what I do with the actual roof of the house. So I took this a little bit lower. Let me go to spectator just for a little bit. So as you can see, this has some falling down. I don't know what's the proper word for that, but I did a little bit of shape here. You can credit Grian for that, because he actually inspired me to build these sort of rundown ceilings that are, the ceilings don't really look, or roof actually, roof is the actual word. Roofs don't really need to look perfect, as you can see right here. I mean, if you're working on a rundown, this is heavily textured, it looks like an old house. And so the ceiling has to match. It doesn't need to be perfect. So I'm really happy with how this came to be. Maybe this could have been a little bit taller, but it adds to the mood. It's like a house that used to be just this square right here, and then maybe added somebody maybe added this little addition right here to the side, and I quite like it. And it's on the edge of the peninsula right there. You can see the organics of the shape that I've been working on, how it falls down right here, so that we don't go too much into the lukewarm ocean, and it'll blend into the landscape once I start terraforming. I need to start doing custom trees and stuff like that, but this is already taking shape. I mean, at least I have a place to sleep now, to spend the nights, and yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so now in order to get out of the hut, I've started working in this path right here, and also started experimenting with some rock formations that you can see over there, and some, I'm going to add some color into the palette here, so that it's not just lime green grass, which is very vibrant. So I'm going to try to tone it down a little bit. And so I figure right here I'm gonna build a little bridge that is going to be made of probably so spruce trapdoors is what I was thinking. Now I've seen this already in the Hermit Craft series 6 episodes over to the Christmas, I think, area that the guys are working on there, and I really like the idea how it looks like the floor of a bridge made of just trapdoors, which is really good. But I figured that for this thing, what I'm going to do is a slightly diagonal bridge that should end up somewhere around here. So yeah, I'm gonna go make a lot of trapdoors and start working on a shape for a bridge going, yeah, maybe not too diagonal, just one block in the middle is going to shift, or maybe 2 times is going to shift. Like it should be almost a straight line, but edging slightly towards my left right here. All right, and that's our bridge right here. I think it's fairly, I don't know, it looks okay. I mean, it's not perfect. That might go there or not. And also one over there. But yeah, now we can get into the house over our ravine here, and then, just gently walk. And then I just need to work on the interior, but this is subject for another building chapter. The next thing that I want to do now is probably focus a little bit about our future storage system, because what we have here is we have all of our stuff in this set of chests right here, our smelters, which are going to become a set of super smelters, that like the one that I've showcased in my tutorials, and then just one chest. So what I need to do, and what I want to start to work on, is in a way down here. So I'm gonna make something going down here that will be able to connect with what is going to become our storage system. Now I'm just starting to realize this might need to go like 90 degrees and down. So we can go like this, and then yeah, fairly good stair down, because this needs to be like at least 6 blocks high, this room. I think it has to be higher, like 11, something like that. I'm gonna go and watch, Tangotech's Super Storage System version 2, just to, make sure I understand the height and the dimensions. But yeah, basically I need to build the storage room underneath this room. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. We built a beautiful little house. We had to change a lot of things in the way. It took us a long time. In the next episode, I'm going to be working on one of the million things I need to be doing in this entire island right here. So I'm going to be working in my storage room underneath this huge building. And then I'm going to start bringing some villagers in, because I need to set up my villager breeder and my iron farm. That's one of the most important things that you're going to have if you need to play Minecraft, you know, the right way. And so, yeah, but look at that. We managed to do a little bit of terraforming. There's a lot of work to do here still. But the house looks quite nice. It's looking really nice. And if you look at it from far away, you know, it looks like something from some stories, you know. Yeah, some fairy tales or something like that. So I'm really happy with the results of this. Of course, there's always room for improvement. If you find, you know, a flaw, for example, I'm just seeing that the cobblestone could extend underneath into that block right there of dirt. In fact, you know, I can't help going into survival and dealing with that right now, because my OCD is kicking. So, for example, if I put cobblestone right here, this suddenly, and let me just take off again. There you go. That suddenly looks much better, because it feels like it's blending with the terrain. So yeah, that's great. Of course, I'm going to throw in a little bit of mossy cobblestone as well after I close down this episode. So I hope you like, guys. If you did, please subscribe to my channel, leave comments, let me know what you think about my builds, or, you know, if you hate them, if you like them. Just give me some feedback if you want to see something else, or if you are enjoying the series so far. I know that we're going a little bit slow. I don't have, you know, all of the time in the world to do these videos, because I have a day job, but I'm trying to do my best here. I know that you guys love the tutorials, so I'm going to keep uploading tutorials aside from this series. But yeah, we're slowly progressing. Look how this little patch of land is starting to look nice. Whereas if you look over there, there's a lot of work to do. But here, this corner of the thing, you know, I just need to put a little bit more of green over here, maybe some grass or flowers around, some rocks, some custom trees. I'm gonna set up a custom tree like right here in the you know, the highest section of the terrain right there. But yeah, we are looking good. So I guess I see you next time. Just stay tuned, subscribe to my channel. There's a lot more great content coming, so you don't want to miss it out. Anyways, see you later. Goodbye.